Hey guys, sorry. So let's start again for the Kiwi Swiss. All going close down. So with this one, as I said, we do have a cycle under here. You mentioned that you're concerned that it hasn't broken this low here. This is true, but it also has, you've got a cycle under the 50 EMA, and you're getting lower highs. And you're getting lower highs from here and a lower high than here, so that's a good indication. Will it actually break a lower low with momentum around here? It's possible, but unlikely. Um, but you wouldn't necessarily have to look at this low being broken is the biggest thing I wanted to sort of get across. You could look at the shorter time frames on this. Okay. Um, to get a decent risk reward ratio, because you need, the other thing was on you've got this Fibonacci going from here to here. This is fib support now. When you draw that, these are the support lines. So you want resistance looking to go short, so your Fibonacci should be like that, and you've got there's your resistance. So if this is your risk as well, then your reward is not that crash hot. Yeah, because you're looking around these lows here, and that's around the two. That's probably where you'll find support, somewhere around there, and that makes your risk reward not that crash hot. So fundamentally, I think you're right that the Kiwi will probably hit resistance and head short. It's getting close to up around here is where you're looking for it to get short. It's certainly just going nowhere at the moment. But you could find resistance around here, and it's going short. So this, from a fundamental and from the looking at the majors, that's certainly supporting your trade. It's just I don't think the risk rewards there right at the moment, unless you go down time frames. And yeah, I'm not too worried that it hasn't broken that low just yet. If that makes sense. Going to your Euro Aussie. This one I don't see the RSI divergence. Here we're getting higher lows in price, and you're getting higher lows in RSI. So this is RSI convergence. Okay, so there's no I don't see any divergence in RSI. I see convergence. Okay, it's nice sort of support of the touch line. If you're trading phase one short, then this is an engulfing bar, and you no need to sort of get out of the trade or panic out of the trade just yet. Looking to go long, as I said, I don't see the divergence there. I see convergence, and I don't see much of a phase two trade anywhere here. And your risk reward is not nowhere near it, and there's not enough buying intention. So I don't see this trade. I certainly don't see the RSI divergence at all. Okay. Someone asked if we could go short on this on the 4 hour. You've got a ring high there. You could certainly look at this as a 4 hour Euro Aussie going short. Again, you need to be finding reasons for the trade. Oh. Finding reasons for the trade. Support and resistance lines. Something around there. Yeah, that looks pretty decent. And you've got a nice ring high there on the 4 hour. You certainly could look at this as a new phase one on the 4 hour. Absolutely. Okay. Um, there was another email that came in was uh, wanting to know if anybody else is getting this similar problem with eSignal 12 or eSignal 11, whereby on Saturdays the Friday bar disappears, but it comes back on Monday. I haven't used eSignal for some time, but there's you might look at that if anybody else has got a similar issue. This particular trader is hitting his head against a brick wall with eSignal support service of not actually being very supportive or helping. So I was wanting to know if anybody else has experienced this issue and if they know of a fix whereby you can see the Friday's full bar and the full information on Friday when you're looking at it on the weekends. If anybody's got that kind of response, that'd be great. Or knows what the fix is, because yeah, eSignal have just not been very helpful for this person. It says it's replicated on any computer even from a fresh download of the software. So it might be a time zone thing. It might be not sure why eSignal do that. Obviously, the thing I would suggest is that you've got the data there in on your MetaTrader. That should always be there. And just before my computer crashed, somebody asked me, would I be looking at this to go long? I think the US dollar is sort of getting a little weaker at the moment across the board. So potentially I may not want to be long US dollar. Obviously there's good support line from the trend line there. Horizontal may be a bit harder to find. Yep. Let's come back to test that. And if you're looking at it like that, then yeah, personally I'd see it as a range. This is very much gold is driven as a driver of this particular currency pair. Gold's going nowhere, although it flicks around a bit with the Ukrainian Russian issue. What I look at that, I look at what this has done for the last 4 months since the end of May, and I don't see much opportunity there. But you could look at that in terms of this trend line and say, yes, well then there is a potential trade there. Even range trading it, there's a potential trade there. Yep. Can you guys hear me, those who are left online? Okay. Well, I do apologise about the computer crash. I hope you get the video. We did cover the CAD before the crash. The gentleman who sent me the email was online, and he was looking at this going long, but I'm short this. Other than that, there's not much around, and very little opportunities at this stage. So my suggestion is just be careful, and I'll speak to you guys on Wednesday. Is when we're in boot camp on Wednesday morning. So if you're not attending the class, I'll see you online. Otherwise, you guys have a good Monday. It's pretty quiet out there, even with the calendar. It's pretty quiet. So um, not much happening, certainly not much today. And we'll see what's happening this week. Is CPI was a little bit there. All of these PMIs will be interesting to see what's happening with the European. But then we've got on Saturday we've got these two, so that'll be interesting. I think to finish the week off. Yeah. Otherwise, it's pretty quiet for the first day or two of the week. So I'll see you Wednesday morning around 9 a.m. just before Stephen speaks. Okay, guys. Sorry about the technical issues. Okay.